A word that best describes me is being kind, because I like to help other people.
Thank you. Your question. Who do you have, what Native American woman do you know, past or present, that you admire, and why?
Well, mine's got to be Eileen Hill. She was there for the people when she was Miss White Mountain Apache, as well as Miss Indian Arizona, and Missy Tolino Benito. She was also a Miss White Mountain and a Miss Indian Arizona and Miss Indian World as well.
Tiara. Was it ever your childhood dream to be Miss White Mountain Apache?
Yes, it was, because I thought it was. Yes, it was, because I thought it was so cool that my cousin Naomi Lupi, she was practicing at my house, and my mom was helping her, and my mom was telling her all kinds of stories of all the places she's visited while she was queen, and I thought it would be so cool to be just like her one day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Tamara. With the knowledge of the Apache culture, how will you get youth involved in their traditions and the Apache language?
Yeah.
Can you say it again? With your knowledge of the Apache culture, just what you know, and how will you get our youth involved to know their traditions and to try to speak the language?
By going to school and talking about our traditions and reading stories to the kids from first grade up to high school, and let them understand the wording in the book.
Thank you. I think one of the things we have to remember is this is what it's all about, is being put on the spot, and we're not always going to have the answers or know it all, but it's an opportune time for many of our contestants here to get that experience. We know that at a lot of times there's going to be spur of the moment of opening prayer. Can you do the opening prayer or the closing prayer, or can you do a welcoming address, or can you perform? Do you have a song ready, and how many are going to be capable of doing that? So that's just like that whole experience now. And the funny thing is, we're sitting here like, okay, don't worry, there's nobody here, not until like the next couple weeks. There's gonna be thousands of eyes looking at you, but this is just an opportune time for them. And I want to remind the public out there, it's easy to be critical of things, maybe the language barrier, age, whatever the situation is, but please remember, think about what can you contribute, what can you offer to these young ladies. I know one time when I was so happy about this lady that won, I made her a camp dress and said, here, I know it's hard, so I just gave her a camp dress that I had made. So, what can you offer that individual? We point our fingers all the time, but remember, when you're pointing one, there's 4 pointing back at you. So just be, we want them to feel welcomed, and we want them to feel proud of themselves. And I'm sure many of them are, so again, just bear with us. We're going to go to the next question, or the final question for the time. What do you admire about the White Mountain Apache tribe?
What I admire is the youth, the kids, the younger generation, because one day they're all going to grow up and run this community that we have. And from my experiences, I know and how to work with kids. That's the passion I have. And knowing that one day they're going to take over what we have, and it's a big responsibility knowing what our elders are going through right now. And so precisely, it's what I admire, are the kids and the youth.
Thank you. So a question came up. Just a reminder, again, we're going to be selling tickets over at Times Square after this event at 12:30. And currently, the only members of the contestants, I shouldn't say participants, the contestants have made baked goods. And they're currently being sold over there. And Terry can tell you a little bit about what the money is going to be used for. But also, the Queen Committee in the past couple of years has had to become self-sufficient. There's no budget. There is no funding sources from the tribe. There's even a resolution that states that they have been cut off from any type of funding sources from any entity. So therefore, with that being said, I know we get a lot of requests. Can so-and-so come in free? Can this person come in free? We have to put our foot down and say no, because, when you think about it, all the funds that we get on the evening of the pageant go back into the pageant. So just keep that in mind, and think about what what are you contributing? You're contributing the admission costs to benefit these young ladies. So think of it like that. And so, we're not being selfish. We're not thinking of anything other than the next title holder themselves. And, please just keep that in mind when you're wondering why is it that I have to pay admission if I was a former Miss Indian World. It's still, you're still human, and you're still somebody who needs to be considered. You did hold the title before, but you're also just human like the rest of us. So with that said, Terry's going to explain to you.
And so we're showing tickets right now. Not right now, though. After 12:30. But we have a canopy set up there today. Oh, 1:30, I'm sorry. The girls are all pointing at me. But yes, the tickets we'll be selling as a group later is at 1:30. And there's a canopy set up there at Times Square selling the baked goods right now. And this is for our trip and stuff this weekend, and also for our movie trip next Wednesday. So this is what the funds are going to, because as Sherry said, this is out of our own budget and stuff, the Queen pageant. Thank you to the councils and the chairman as well for providing the Chief Ultrasay Activity Center to me. But I've been doing everything on my own this year. The crown banners or the Asian go did key fundraising at the cool Times Square. You could tickets for the deal but on the movie trip back the Mount Bali trip but Sunday come a bit for the deal is on the 1:30 or just tickets for the deal and I thought Hindi should check connection got to you das tickets to save and let na die das konanastina that's just deal hot out that's just the 1:30 the kill just like everyone else. I like the rules being fair. Then the rules do apply to everyone that you have to get the ticket at 1:30 when we go over there and sell as a group. And there, during the night of the pageant, we will not allow anyone in the back. And, if you're a family member or a friend, you can go see them at the Times Square later on at 1:30 and say your encouraging words there to them or on their personal time. But during the night of the pageant, you are not allowed backstage or at the back of the building. So if you're thinking about giving these girls a words of encouragement, please do it at the ticket sale later on at the Times Square, which is at 1:30, so you can wish them luck there and stuff, or as I said, on their personal time. But I know you are all excited. Alvin DeClay is setting up the PA system there for the girls as well. They will introduce themselves and the contestants, what number they are, and maybe a couple of questions from the public, maybe. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what we're going to do, but yeah, the funds that we're going to get there is going to go to our movie trip and their trip this weekend to Mount Baldy.
Okay, on Monday, the contestants kind of had their first public appearance, but it was to the committee members. We had an opening prayer that was done by myself. We also did a self-introduction of the committee members, and the contestants introduced themselves as well. And I don't remember, but I think their chaperones were either identified or introduced as well. And we also had an icebreaker that these girls completed. You know, they came nervous, scared. We saw that expression on them, and we wanted to just kind of encourage them to become more social, to you know, lighten up and to not be so nervous, and to get to know one another. We gave them a poster board during their breaks. We kind of want them to be occupied and also share a little bit about themselves. So during the night of the pageant, they're going to have a poster board, an individual poster board that will be on display. And currently they're getting together maybe whatever hobbies they have, whatever their favorite photo, just anything in general that, you know, is all about them and their likes. And we also encouraged a lot of sportsmanship. We had them define and explain what sportsmanship meant to them, and how to handle a loss and a defeat. We reviewed a lot of the paperwork that was given to them, and went over the agenda of what is gonna happen the night of the pageant. We had a lot of general information that was given to them, and we also discussed a lot of questions that they may have had, as well as their chaperones. Donna Cooley, the former Miss White Mountain-Apache Queen, came and spoke to the contestants as well as the committee. She gave a lot of input of the experiences that she had when she was Miss White Mountain-Apache Queen. She provided a lot of helpful information. She also informed the contestants that she did not know what her talent was until the day of the pageant back then. But getting her input was very helpful. These girls really showed a lot of etiquette. We encouraged them to be mindful and to be aware of last-minute requests, such as opening prayers, closing prayers, receiving feedback, and taking the good and the bad, the criticism, you know, the spotlight that they're going to be in for the next 2 weeks. We told them to be mindful and respectful of themselves and of each other and others as well, and to confide in their chaperones. You know, these chaperones are identified in their application process because they do need the help and assistance.
I think there's 100.
Different level.
I don't know how much per person, though. I'll ask.
And we want to keep that
I'll try to get in there.
sportsmanship and that mutual respect as a group, and with their chaperones, and with just, you know, in their daily lives from here on out, because this is a new experience for each of them, and we want them to continue to carry on these positive traits. And since we first met on Monday, it's been very humbling. There are a lot of they're all respectful, they're all beautiful, they all showed up in their pretty dresses, their moccasins, you know, they have a lot of beadwork, a lot of nice dresses, you know, and I want to encourage them to continue to be humble, to continue to be happy, because that is what I saw when I first saw all of you, you know, not where you come from, not what your name is, you know, the smile on your face, you know, the beauty that you just showed, you know, that tells a lot about you already. And continue to work together and to communicate and laugh and smile and talk like the way you've been doing since Monday. It really stands out. You know, I get this positive vibe and this light from each of